For today's video, we're looking at the final Transformers Legacy Year 1 figure that I will be receiving or getting, which is Transformers Armada Universe Starscream on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
Sup, action figure fans? Way I Got It Figured back with another Transformers Legacy review. This time we're looking at the Voyager class Armada Universe Starscream. I picked this figure up at Target. Well, actually what I should say is my buddy Phil picked it up for me at Target. This figure was available in a reasonable amount of time on Amazon.com, but I wanted to wait till I got it, found it in store, and I only saw it in the store a couple of times. That was after Phil picked up one for me at Target. The distribution of that last wave of Voyagers for Legacy Year 1 was very, let's say, spotty. So, it was always in my plans to get this figure. Initially, what I wanted it for was to sort of be take part in a project that I have coming up. So, enough about that for now. Those plans will be revealed in the future. But we're going to look at Starscream, the packaging, the figure, the articulation, his alternate mode, and I will give some final thoughts on the figure. Starting with the packaging. He is in the classic, the original Year 1 Legacy box. With this jet mode there, Starscream in the package. You've got the Decepticon artwork on the side. Some Marcelo Mater artwork of Starscream there. And in the back, you've got his QR code, and he transforms 18 steps with a little glamour shot. And that will do it for the box. I mean, you got your normal crap down here. So there you go. Classic packaging. We've seen it several times on this channel, as well as countless times in others. So next we're going to get Starscream out of the box and see what we can see. Alright, so we've got Starscream out of his plastic or cardboard prison, and he's looking pretty cool. This, of course, being the Armada Starscream. In my Transformers universe, I don't want to be like G1 and all that, but my collection doesn't really acknowledge a Armada universe. I do have a few Armada figures here and there that I picked up that I thought were cool, like Armada Optimus Prime. They had done the cabin. You could get the cabin of just the truck of just Armada Prime rather than turning them into the big one that they've got the Commander class coming out for. I have one of those somewhere. I don't know where it is. I gotta find it, but I do have it. That sort of thing. And the Armada designs are cool, but back in the day when Armada was out, they had really put the focus back on kids, which is where it belongs. But the shows, starting with Car Robots in 2000 and 2001, and then Armada, the Unicron trilogy, as it became known as, they really skewed to a younger audience. So I wasn't really watching the fiction because it just didn't do anything for me. Although there were cool designs for the toys. The toys were always cool, and you can always do kind of whatever you wanted with that. So yeah, this figure, Starscream in this form, has been made a few times. It's not the first time they've made an Armada Starscream after the fact. I believe they did one in 2012 or whatever year Thrilling 30 was. It was a deluxe class, so It's not the first time, but this one is an updated, new, current technology figure, and he does come with a couple of accessories. He's got his wing saber, and I believe this is like the star, called the Star Saber. He acquired in his adventures, and that's what he comes with. And then as for the figure itself, the face is reminiscent of Starscream, kind of an updated helmet. He has some, you know, fairly cool articulation. You can do the normal action figure stuff with him. He's a modern Transformers figure, so you do get quite a bit of movement out of the figure. His cockpit does protrude into his waist, so you can't 180 degree split the waist, probably until you go to transform him, if necessary. But all the usual articulation is there. And then he does sort of have a version of the gimmick where he turns his jet boosters into cannons, and I'm pretty sure this is blast effect compatible. So there's that. That's pretty cool too. He's got the ankle rockers, and he's got the stabilizers on the rear of his feet for standing purposes. Yeah, so he would be able to stand on this thing if it wasn't constantly moving. That's pretty cool. You can kind of have him rest his foot on something. I like that. I like that a lot. Here, let's try this. Turn the turntable off for a sec. Weapons. And this version of Starscream was, you know, as usual, pretty traitorous. Wanted to take over for Megatron, but I believe, if I remember correctly, he sort of turned good at the end. If you're sort of an Armada, you know, expert, you can certainly let me know down in the comments if I'm right about that. But yeah, he sort of had like this weird series of tragic events in those stories. So there you go, Starscream with his accessories. We're gonna get him transformed, and we'll check out his alternate mode. Alright, so we got Starscream in jet mode on the turntable. And, you know, the transformation is fairly simple. It's actually one of the simpler figures that I've transformed of late. And, yeah, wasn't very hard. Looks like a fairly passable jet. I guess the boosters aren't really supposed to be out like that, you know, into the guns. So I'll fix that real quick. His head just sort of folds down in there like that. So yeah, there you go. Starscream jet mode. And, you know, like I said, it's a fairly simplistic jet. I'm not sure exactly how accurate it is to the Armada, original toy. But it looks like it's close enough for government work. Handles well. Looks pretty decent. Doesn't show a whole bunch of robot kibble. It's just sort of a futuristic type plane. And that's about it. Pretty cool. As you got that, and of course you can still flip this around, put blast effects on it, so it works reasonably well. All right, I'll get them transformed back into robot mode, and we'll go ahead and do final thoughts. All right, final thoughts on Armada Universe Starscream. I like this figure. It poses well. It holds up well. Looks pretty decent. It's gonna work in my collection as sort of an upgraded G1 Starscream, which is actually a trick they pulled before. And I like him. I think he's pretty good for a Voyager class. We're just enough complexity to make that work. I'm sure somebody has, more of an attachment to this character that probably thinks it's maybe not so good. I don't know. I like it. The way I got it figured, I'm going to give Armada Universe Starscream a 9. The way I got it figured rank. So that's going to do it for this video. If everybody would like and comment, and if you're new to the channel, at least consider subscribing. I do have several Transformers reviews coming up. It's sort of the main thing I do on this channel. The other things are, I don't just collect Transformers, but it is my main thing. So it's always a good day when I'm doing a Transformers review. In the meantime, everybody stay safe. And I will see you all on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.